Oh hey, what's going on everybody? My name's Kobe Scroby and welcome to Steam Next Fest, June 2023. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me tonight. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoy the stream, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, and if you'd like to support the channel, avoid the ads, and you'd also be welcome to join my private Satisfactory server and come play with us tomorrow. You can subscribe for $5 or you can subscribe for free by using a Twitch Prime. If you connect an Amazon Prime account, it doesn't even have to be yours. To your Twitch account, you'll get one free Prime subscription per month. You could choose to use it here. Or maybe you think you're lucky and you can get gifted a sub. What's going on, official? If you're watching later on YouTube, you can use the YouTube join button or the Patreon link in the description. If you want to join the server, if you do any of those things, look in the YouTube description or pinned in the Twitch chat. Find a Discord link, message me on there. I'll get you the server information. We'll get you logged in and schedule time to come play with you. Like I said, we'll be playing tomorrow, and you guys want to know what's good about playing Satisfactory tomorrow? I don't have to work Thursday. We could play Satisfactory all damn night if we want to. We could get the whole thing done. But yeah, what's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So, it's Steam Next Fest. It started yesterday, which I think Zalen brought to my attention. And I went through games last night before I got done with the stream, and I downloaded like 17 demos. So I spent like probably a half an hour tonight going through them and putting them in a line on my desktop from one I want to play the most. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got 5 of them from most 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order of how I want to play them. So I think Ebola Village looked like one of the top 2 or 3 coolest, and I put it at the top because I liked the Resident Evil 7 Resident Evil Village style first-person shooter to it. It comes in Russian or English, so I think it's a Russian game. So we'll see how good it is. If it sucks, we'll move on to the next one. Also, I got 2 free escape room demos that are free. So if you guys want to do a couple escape rooms, Thursday, because I'm going to be gone this weekend, I can tell you which ones they are if you want to download them for free, and we can try them out tomorrow, Thursday. We try them out Thursday. Name. No work Thursday. No work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But I'm leaving Friday and I'll be back Monday. So that means that Thursday and Tuesday are kind of like I have the whole day. So I'll probably be streaming most of the day, depending on if I need to watch a kid and stuff like that. About to play Outlast, so have this in the background. So I did end up getting the Layers of Fear remake, whatever you want to call it. So that'll be coming up eventually. I was debating on The Last of Us tonight or play Next Fest demos, and I came to the conclusion that Next Fest demos, some of them are only good until Monday, and then they're gone. We can't play them anymore. So I want to get through as many of these as possible today and Thursday, because when I get back on Monday, some of them I might not be able to play anymore. Thursday day or evening? Probably both. Thursday during the day and Thursday at regular time. We're going to a big lake. Laura went last year with the kids, and I didn't get to go because I didn't have vacation time or something, so I didn't get to go. So I stayed home and streamed the whole weekend. And this year I do have a couple of vacation days, so I'm going this weekend. It's like 3 hours away from where we live, and it's a big lake. There's cabins there. So we're meeting a lady that she used to work with. Their family goes there every year, so we're meeting them there. We got cabins with air conditioning and Wi-Fi, and it's on a giant lake. So that's what we're doing. Maybe I'm working for a good bit before I got a real break. Most of my gaming is done when I wake up. Yeah, well, so I was saying that if there was mobile reception out there, maybe I could stream a little bit because I know we're going to be on a boat. But it sounds like there's no mobile reception, though it does sound like we're going to have some kind of Wi-Fi in the cabins. She said the Wi-Fi comes from like the central office and it goes out. So the first cabin, it's the best, and as it goes, it gets worse. So I think we're pretty close to the office, so we should have decent Wi-Fi. If nothing else, I'll take some videos and see if maybe I can have some time to edit a video together. Probably pass then for Thursday. Yeah, it kind of sucks that Next Fest is on the weekend that I'm going to be gone. Because if I wasn't going to be gone, then we'd have the whole weekend to play free demos and stuff. If the Wi-Fi is strong enough, you could stream some mobile games. Oh, I could stream freaking Kingdom from my phone. Yeah, I'll probably just, I mean, I don't know that there's going to be anything that I'm going to be able to stream for any certain amount of time. You know, like a good chunk of time. It's going to be like, here's the water. Okay, I'm on a boat. You know, like, there's not going to be a lot going on. And I'll be like, look, I'm riding a jet ski. Oh no, I dropped my phone in the lake. You know? So, I don't know. It might not be reasonable to do that. If it is too much time with family, yeah. No, it's only going to be... So we're going to leave Friday. We'll be in the car for 3 hours. 3 to 4 hours. And then we're going to be there. So we'll sleep there Friday night. We're going to do stuff Saturday, Sunday. And then I'd imagine we're going to leave Monday morning to come home. So, I mean, I should be back for Monday night stream. And then I'll be off work all Tuesday. Get a burner phone to stream from so that if I drop it in the lake, at least it's streaming and the data is already out to YouTube or Twitch. And if I drop the phone, it doesn't matter. Oh no, yeah, stream it to TikTok. That'd be good. Let's get into this before it gets too late. See if it's any good. Whoops, I didn't even read that. Save ammo, okay? Thank you for the tips. Oh, it took a second for a bottle to load in. Dude, I love this volume dial on my keyboard. We got naked girls like at second one in the cutscene. As we return to the studio with breaking news. Oh crap. No! I wanted to pause it so I could read that. Crap, I feel like I'm yelling so loud. Hold on. Let me turn this down a bit. Okay, let's try this again, actually. Feels like every demo has some sort of... I don't think she was supposed to be naked. She was supposed to be in her underwear, but it took just long... just a second for her underwear to load in. Mom just called me to tell me to look out your window. There were 7 skunk babies? Oh no. Hope they go away. Like, go mom. Do. Oh yeah, they're super cute. But if they spray your house, it's going to smell like skunk for like 8 months. Okay, let's try this again. So medium, this difficulty should be chosen by more or less experienced players. Some bosses will be able to challenge you. I can't do, like, if I'm by myself, I can do Russian a little bit, but if I'm trying to do it, I can't do it. Here, watch this. We're getting like 1 second of boobs. Oh, they... the underwear loaded in this time. Okay, I'm gonna try to read this. I got my volume now at 10%. And so we return to the studio with breaking news. A blatant tragedy in the U.S. state of California. As a result of the accident, a new dangerous stamp of the Ebola virus was leaked. According to one of the former employees, the global pharmaceutical corporation Panicum is involved in this. For security reasons, we cannot disclose personal data. The virus is spreading at a tremendous speed and has already been detected in other countries. The disease manifests itself as high fever, nausea, bleeding, skin inflammation, shortness of breath. The virus outbreak incident was also recorded at Something International Airport. Zokolsky. Doctors insist on increasing precautions. If you find strange symptoms in yourself or your loved ones, report it to the single emergency number 001. Be sure to leave your details. We ask you remain calm. We recommend that you stock up on everything you need and stay at home. We'll monitor development of the situation and inform you in a timely manner. With you was the news anchor of the MDG channel. Thank you. Okay. Oh, so hard. What a fuck? Today doesn't seem to be April 1st for the last 3 years. Dude, I cannot read this. I need to call my mom. She's wasted. You always miss the boobs. There was definitely boobs for 1 second that her bra didn't load in. Did the worst British accent of my career yesterday. Yes. Pickle jar. So if you see in the Discord, don't know if Wi-Fi will be back. Only time will tell. Small incident. He basically got kicked from the server. I re-invited him. I banned him and then decided against it. Figured it wasn't fair to just ban outright. So I saw the message you guys were talking about, but I was at work and I read it and I don't remember what it said, but I remember thinking, well, that sounds kind of mean. But I went back to work and I didn't really think too much of it. And then I saw Malik replied to it today. And I didn't, like, again, I was busy, so I didn't really pay too much attention to it. And Malik said that sounds racially motivated. And I remember thinking that it sounded mean, but I don't remember thinking that it was anything racial, unless I just didn't get it. And then I saw that happened. So I don't, yeah, I saw that you did that. And ultimately, if you guys see stuff like that, because I'm not gonna see everything, and also I'm not gonna understand everything. So that's why you guys are mods, because it's impossible for me to work and see all that stuff and, you know, understand what everything means. So don't think it was racial or not. It was really, oh yeah. And then I saw you said real world violence, but I couldn't remember what the exact message was. So I couldn't remember what it said. Just violent. I remember the stop crying or something like that, but I don't remember the second part. So I can't really say. But yeah, I mean, ultimately that stuff's up to you guys to kind of keep the peace. If you want my input on it, I can tell you what I think. But you guys do fine. Does Wi-Fi know he's unbanned? Maybe we could send him a message and say he's not banned. Ah, I have boobs. What? I never had boobs before. I can't look at my right one, only my left one. Can I crouch? No. It's so weird to look down and see boobs. Oh, my belly button has a flashlight. That's cool. Because I'm definitely not holding one, so I have a belly button. Is that a belly button piercing that has a flashlight in it? Because that's badass. Where's that music coming from? Ugh, I can't shut that off. All right, I gotta shut that off. That's gonna... Let's do that. My clothes. What constitutes a ban and what constitutes a kick warning in your guys' opinion? I re-invited him. I don't think he even knows he got banned in the first place. I told him, be careful what you say. So I can have like a guide because I need something to refer to. I mean, we all know everybody for the most part, except for new people that come in. So I would say new people for sure. First tell them like, hey, that's not cool here. You know, if you see something, like basically if you see something, if you read something and you think that doesn't seem right, like it doesn't make you feel right, like you feel, I don't know, offended's not the right word. Like if it makes you feel weird, like they shouldn't have said that, like it was mean in general, violent for sure, racial for sure, unless you know that the two people that are talking are friends, like Malik, for example, will say, you know, we'll say black stuff sometimes, and that's all good because we know he's just joking around. So I would say you just kind of use your gut feeling. If you read something and it doesn't feel right, at least say, hey, that's not cool. Unless it's super bad. But then if they keep going on and they don't knock it off, then that's a good reason for a ban, I would say. Don't know what was said. I don't remember. I was just telling them, what's up, Dishonest? I was just telling them that I remember reading it, and I remember the first part, and I don't remember what the second part said. And I remember thinking at the time, that seems kind of mean to say, but maybe I'm not understanding what he means. So I just kind of let it go. Yeah, I think that's a good kind of rule to go by. Just kind of use what you feel. If you feel like this seems weird, this doesn't feel right to me, then it might warrant a, hey, what are you talking about? Or what's going on here? My wedding ring. This really reminds me of like Resident Evil 1 or 2 with the papers like this. Up to you, but issue a warning unless it's really bad. Like, yeah, hate crime, NSFW, picture video. When we don't have a place for two against Discord, TOS. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too. I mean, there's Discord servers that are like for porn. So I don't know that that's a huge deal, but it seems like nobody, you know, we don't want that kind of stuff anyway. So yeah. And then, you know, racism, transphobia, homophobia, stuff like that. Unless you can tell that they're just making a joke. Again, like Malik, for example. Because we all know that he doesn't have any like malicious intent. We're on the same page then. Yeah, I feel like we all kind of agree on how it should be. Which is amazing that we can get a group of people that kind of all agree like that and are on the same page. 3/14/2023. How tired of these constant scandals? Lately, Ruslan and I are like cat with dog. 6/19. My patience running out. Today we had big fight. Apparently Ruslan does not intend to put up. Ruslan decided to file his divorce. He's bastard. I decided to leave everything to Ruslan. I don't want to sue for property. I'm severely depressed. This old grandmother's apartment needs renovation. Oh, wait. I also got House Flipper 2 demo. I got Dungeon Renovator. So I'm gonna have to play with those too. Those are kind of ones I'm really excited for. But I didn't know. I felt like I wanted to get some of these in first. Whoop! I still have boobs. Okay. I love the belly button flashlight. Okay, what are we doing here? So this lady was just hanging out in bed, eating pizza, throwing cigarette butts on the floor, drinking, watching something. She's just like on a bender. I doubt we're going to be able to read any of this stuff. If we can, it's probably in Russian. No animosity behind it? Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like we all kind of know what that means. Hey, we got no reflection. Oh, that's on the other side of the wall. All right, I don't want to go outside. I haven't done everything yet to leave. Okay, I'm going to turn this back up. Oh, wait, I turned it down on my keyboard. Okay, there we go.
Да, мне не помешало бы сделать здесь
I could use some
генеральную
general
уборку.
cleaning here. You could use some general cleaning? Look at this place. You have a whole pot of food that nobody ate any of. There's bones and meat sitting on the table. The washing machine's in the kitchen. What is happening? This is what happens when you get a divorce. I think it's going to need more than general cleaning. Are we playing like House Flipper right now? What is this? Is that the washing machine leaking oil? Is it the sink leaking? Why are there even full cigarettes in the sink? What is going on? Where are the bugs? Why are there no bugs? Ew. Okay. Can I read this? Notepad with different phone numbers. Take. Can I not do anything in here? No? Okay. Am I supposed to get dressed and get out of here? My clothes. What am I supposed to do? I haven't done everything yet to leave. Notepad with different numbers. Documents? Map? What am I supposed to do? There were some bugs on the floor. I thought I saw one, but then I couldn't find them again. Can I do the dishes? Can I clean up the table? There's candles. Why can't I go past here? Alright, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. The wallpaper's falling off the wall onto the bed. Oh wait, she said she's gotta call her mom or something like that.
Алло.
Hello.
Алло. Блин, мама,
Hello.
бери же
Damn it,
трубку.
Mom. Pick up the phone.
Придется
I have to go to
самой
the
ехать
village.
всему по
Papa
полку.
will look myself. Do I have to get dressed?
Мне нужно одеться и найти ключи
I
от
need to get
машины.
dressed and find my car keys. Well, that's gonna be a whole day's task right there. I am Russian lady. I have red hair. Nothing? Alright, now I still got boobs. so weird. All right, where's my car keys? Hey. I've tried to automate everything in the Discord, but it either requires money for the feature I want or it flags stuff that shouldn't be flagged. Yeah, I don't know how you, like, I don't know how you do that other than, like, keywords, right? Because I don't remember there being any, like, specific words that he used that should have been banned, right?
Отлично. Бензин
Great, the
на
fuel
нуле.
is at 0, just
Вообще
in time,
вовремя.
just like in the movie.
Как в фильме.
I was gonna look into that for my server, haven't gotten around to it yet. And it takes a lot of work. Whoa. Whoa, look at that. I don't think we want to go there. There's an Ebola outbreak. Look, it's so sparkly. It takes a lot of work to get it all set up. You know, and even if you do get it set up, there's going to be instances where stuff gets through that you didn't think of. But I don't know, like, how do you do it? Like, what was there anything that he said that you think a auto mod would have caught? I don't remember any words in there that I thought were, you know, that you could have put on a list of banned words, for example. Notification in connection with the violation of the terms of payment of electricity. You need to take urgent measures to pay off the debt, including for May 2023 in the amount of 231,824 rubles, 59 kopecks, until June 27, 2023. Otherwise, on the basis of Article 899 of the Civil Code, your electricity will be turned off. Director Babakin. 231,000 ruples. Ruples to USD. Let's see. So we want to do 231,824. That's $2,764.80. 2,700. Could put a bunch of keywords, but I also don't want people to get falsely muted, kicked, or banned, and don't want to restrict speech that much. And that message maybe airsoft. That restricts too much. Yeah, no. I mean, even the word gun is fine, right? Because there's lots of guns in games. I use a paint gun at work. I remember airsoft. What did he say? Did he say he was going to airsoft somebody? Dang, check this out. Oh, it's even got a spoiler. Hey, green herb. Nettle. There are many uses of substance. It has a toxic a tonic anti-inflammatory bactericidal, antiseptic, and many other properties. Restores 40 health. Is this Resident Evil like ripoff? I just got a green herb. Oh, I can't even go back. It's really hard to tell which side's the front of the car. Test this new airsoft gun on the lake. Oh, for God's sake, quit crying or you'll be the first one. Okay, yeah. He does. He does say stuff like that sometimes, you know. I've seen similar things. I don't know. Does anyone know how old he is? Ooh, a gun. A Colt 1911. Ooh. That's a 45. Oops, sorry I stepped on you and your whitey tighties. I don't remember either. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't being serious, but that's also not something that any of us would have said to somebody, you know? Older than me by a bit. I don't remember. A little younger, possibly. I guess what I'm saying is just by judging off of other things he said, I'm sure that he wasn't being serious, but that doesn't mean that it's okay to say something like that. Like I would never say that I would test my real one on anybody, you know? Old enough to go traveling and being in college. Okay. Doesn't present himself as a prodigy, so I have to assume he's... Yeah. Probably between 18 and 22 somewhere. College age might be different. Yeah. No, I get it. I'm sure he wasn't being serious, like maybe he was trying to take a joke, but at the same time, that's just not something you say, you know? I know what you mean. Initiation of cases on administrative offenses carried out by district police officers. Boria went crazy and ate his wife. Moonshine completely dried up his brain. During the arrest, Boris bit my hand, tore my clothes. He went completely crazy. Even a shot in the knee did not stop him. Boria had to be tied to a pipe. Boris began to beat his head against the corner of the windowsill until the meat and skin peeled off his head, leaving a bloody mess on his face. I tried to call the city to call for reinforcements, but no one picked up the phone. I became very ill. Sweat poured out in a stream and nausea. Someone again started a fight in the village. Screams were heard in the street. My duty is to go there and separate them. $16, $17. Yeah. Well, see, yeah, if it was... What? If it was in the U.S., I would say he's probably between 18 and 22, but I don't know how they do stuff in Bangladesh. Whoops! Oh! I pressed 1 so I could bring up my gun. Oh, no. Crap. Okay. Well, I won't be doing that again. 45. Alright, let's go play with the doggy. Wait, I wanted to go in here. Oh, I can't even go in there? What's that? Oh, more bullets. Oh, come on, game, with the invisible walls, really? What? What? Where did you come from? Oh! Right in the penis. What? Run away! Oh, of course, one more shot got him. The creature tore my clothes and I cut my leg on the glass. There must be a bandage in this house. Guys rubbed me the wrong way, so it kind of makes me biased. He came out of nowhere and proceeded to beat you. Yeah. No, I mean, I know exactly what you mean. And that's why I'm saying, like, judging from his history of stuff that he said before, he always kind of has something weird to say. Great, I wasted my health. You know, something just like that's just a little strange, you know? I found a key. Hey! This one recovers 40 health. Alright, now I'm at 98 health. Talks a lot about airsoft, which is a little alarming. I mean, it might just be his hobby, you know? I never really responded to it a lot because one, I don't know much about it, and two, I'm not really into that, so I don't really care. Oh, that's to save. I just kind of let it go. One, two. So one is knife. I wish I was worrying over there, so I figured it wasn't a real gun and he is not threatening anyone, so I let him be. Shotgun shells. Oh wow. I just realized this game is maxing out my GPU. Ah, stop wiggling around. His spine's sticking out. Alright, so I don't know that I don't know if it matters if I hit him in the head. Departure from the village. So many years have passed. I was born and raised in the village of Popovka. All my 25 years I have been here. My parents died. Okay. We got to get through this game so we can get to another one. Ammo, shotgun shells, shotgun. All right, 1, 2 shotguns on 3.
Да, конечно, одежда немного не по размеру и какая-то детская. Но главное, что я обработала и
The
перевязала
main
свою
thing that I
рану.
treat and bandage my wound. Okay. Inventory full. Uh-oh. Oh, why didn't it do that automatically? You picked that up. Can you go in there? Okay. What about this? That should happen automatically. Alright, I think that's all that's in here. Except there's another door. That I can't get in. Oh. Oh, those are my empties?
Обходите ее сзади. Сука, она здесь.
Oh, did I miss him? Oh, I can't get out. Shoot. What? Oh, I can open those. His eyeballs fell out.
Да, конечно, одежда немного не по размеру и какая-то детская. Но главное, что я обработала и перевязала свою рану.
Okay. Try this again.
Она здесь. Обходите ее сзади. Я оторву тебе голову.
Oh my god. Shoot him! Shoot him! I can't shoot! Ah, shoot! I even tried to use a health too. You have completed the demo. Okay. I don't know about this one. Like... some of it's cool, some of it just... isn't great, you know? I feel like it could be much better. That's it. Wait. Another shotgun? Can't pick it up. Yeah. Yeah, Okay. Next. What do we got next? Let's go into Steam here. And let's uninstall this one. Next, I have Unholy demo. Yeah, let's do that one. Here we go.
Can you find the person?
Dora. I turned up my volume on my keyboard. Here we go. The game is still being worked on. To avoid spoiling the storyline, you will play through different disconnected events starting not long after the beginning of the story. It says hold spacebar to skip, but am I going to skip? I don't want to skip a cutscene or something. Your name is Dorothea Lind, a mother who recently experienced the tragic loss of her child. In your darkest moment, a stranger has come to you offering hope, something you believe not possible, but she demands that you confront your past despite your desire to forget. You have returned to your family's apartment where you raised your son, Gabriel, and lived with your father. Here you'll need to find a passage into a new realm, the unholy world. 1 month later. My hand bandaged?
Someone from the spring put up Gabriel's obituaries? How dare they?
Those lying obituaries need to be taken down? Okay, we got good frame rate until I move fast. Oh. This feels good. I like this so far.
And to think that not so long ago, I believed every word they said.
I am going to turn up voiceover. Thank you. At least I can shut off the damn radio in this game. Everybody's riding a snowmobile. This one looks and feels much better. Like, just going straight from that game to this one, I like this so far. So, these remind me, Laura and I watched, it was an HBO miniseries. It was called Chernobyl. And it was like a 5-episode series on the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. And these remind me of the apartments that they were living in. It was really good. I would recommend it. I started watching it, being interested in it, and I 100% thought Laura would not want to watch it. And after we watched the first one, she was hooked. Like, we watched them all the same day. She's like, we got to watch the next one. We got to watch the next one. And they're about an hour long each. They were really good. And it's like a documentary, except it's made to watch like a show. So it feels like you're watching a show, but it's kind of like a documentary at the same time. It's called Chernobyl on... Maybe it's called Chernobyl miniseries or something, but it's on HBO. It was so good. It was so good, I kind of want to watch it again.
How dare they even mention you?
This is
after
my
what they did.
my son. I'm supposed to take those down. Sounds like something I would watch. Yeah, and I even went into it thinking like I might think this is boring. But it was fantastic. We learned a lot about it, really. Man, and then I listened to this. It was on one of the true crime YouTube channels about this guy that they were making the uranium or plutonium. They were making something at this facility, and then I think they were making the fuel rods, and then they send it to the power plant. I think this was in China. And there's not really any radiation at the place where they're making them, so there was like no danger really. But because they were doing it so sloppy, not following protocol, not doing it correctly, not being safe, they ended up causing a chain reaction that made like what'd they call it? It's called, I think they called it, it made a nuclear reaction, which I think they called a singularity, where it's able to fuel itself. Like there was an initial blast, and there was a guy with his hand inside the tank when it happened. And then it was able to sustain itself because they did it so wrong. And that guy got such a blast of radiation that he started melting basically, like shortly after. And they kept him alive for like, I don't remember. I can't remember now. It was a long time. Like his skin, he was just leaking, like all of his bodily fluids were just leaking out of him to where his skin was coming off. So they had to wrap him in gauze like 3 times a day. And when they take the gauze off, his skin would come off with it. The mucous membranes in his intestines just kind of fell out of him. He couldn't digest anything. It was crazy. They were like pumping blood and IVs into him constantly, trying to come up, buy themselves time for new treatments and stuff. It was unbelievable. And the other guys died. They lived a little bit longer, depending on how far away from the nuclear reaction they were. It was so crazy. Unbelievable. Radiation is unbelievably Like, it's invisible, you know? And even in the Chernobyl miniseries, when the reactor blew and there was a guy going to look in the reactor room, and as he pushed the door open with his leg, blood just started flowing out of his leg because he touched the metal that was so irradiated that he just started melting like that. One of the firefighters, oh, there's actually a game called Chernobyl Liquidators where you play as one of the first responders that showed up at the power plant. But they showed one of the firefighters pick something up and they're like, huh, what's this? And they're like, I don't know, put it down. Well, what it was a piece of graphite from inside the reactor. And it had so much radiation in it that like 5 minutes later, the skin melted off of his hand. It's unbelievable. It's like, as I'm saying it, like I'm not even relaying how amazingly powerful it is. And it was just because like the whole thing happened because they wanted to cut costs. I should learn more about radiation. It's so crazy. Like even in the Moon, Deliver Us the Moon that I was playing last night, one of the boss guys brought his young daughter up there to the moon base, and they were keeping an eye on her and studying her as she wasn't growing correctly. And I think it's because of the low gravity. Plus, if you don't have the Earth's atmosphere, you're getting hit with gamma rays, gamma radiation from the sun all the time. So I don't know which one it was, but it's unbelievable. And we don't really think about it much. Like, we know it's bad, right? But to hear...
Boy, he's got his first solid teeth this week. Wait. That's her. Mother of that Gabriel boy. The one that died in the fire.
They're talking about me.
Now, the word of the prophet teaches us not to condemn sinners.
Still, if it
Calling me a sinner?
Son, I pity her.
Hope she renounces her ways so they can meet again in the eternal city.
What?
Is she still standing behind us?
What? They're talking shit about me while I'm standing right here. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. It's good. You should watch it. Yeah, no, I was saying we know it's bad, but we don't think much about it because it doesn't happen. But when it does happen, it's amazing. Step outside. What happens? A bee slams into my forehead and fell. Going back inside. He's right behind. Is she still standing right behind us? Yeah, it's 1 minute 25 seconds till the hourly ad break. So we're gonna watch a TikTok here while that goes. If you'd like to support the channel, avoid those ads, and you'd also be welcome to join my private Satisfactory server and come play with us. We will be playing on it tomorrow. You can subscribe for $5 or for free by using a Twitch Prime. Or if you're lucky, maybe you can get gifted a sub. I'm going to run a 3-minute ad break because that will shut off pre-rolls for another hour. Here's the ad break now, and we're going to watch a TikTok, so try not to make you miss anything. Did you guys watch the Dora movie yet? It's good. And there's your ad snacks.
Laying on the ground in agony? Can you find the person laying on the ground in agony?
It sounds like he's in need of medical attention.
Check my backpack for a CPR manual. Did you know CPR in Spanish is CPR?
I found it, Dora. It's right under all of the drugs.
Okay, but only grab what you're intended to grab, because Dora knows a lot of people in a lot of hidden places, and Dora knows snitches get stitches, and you don't want to know what happened to Swiper, you piece of shit. Boots, where should we go now?
Well, it looks like somebody's hiding around this corner.
Who's hiding where?
Dora is right there.
Where?
Oh my god, I have to do the stupid mouse clicking.
Click on the screen with your mouse. Also, Also, can somebody buy me gummy bears from Amazon? What the hell is that?
That's a table. I thought it was a person.
La mesa para tres personas. The table for 4 people.
The Spanish-speaking community really gonna drill into us for this one. What did you do to study your character? Because you do sound very much like Dora.
To get the voice just right, I just put one of my hands around my neck in real life and squeezed just a tiny bit.
That's dedication.
I was just going to the bathroom and I didn't have any toilet paper, so I looked in my backpack.
I have seen unspeakable things.
Dora, you had a map the entire time?
Dora thought he was toilet paper.
You gotta save me. Have you ever seen Willy Wonka's chocolate factory?
Flip my flap. That's a map.
Dora, boots, map, Diego, boots.
She's waking up. Nurse, get over here. Mrs. the Explorer, this is gonna be very hard for you to hear. My name is Dr. Boots, and you've been in a coma for 4 years.
It's pronounced coma. You're telling me this whole time I was asleep?
Not only that, but you've lost all functions in the rest of your body.
What do you think, Diego? Whoa, Diego, you're like sexy now.
That was the nurse's uniform. That was funny. You should figure out how to make an ad for your YouTube channel and make that the ad that plays on Twitch. Yeah. If I could do that, it would be a video that I would play from my computer. If I run the Twitch ads, they're just going to run whatever they have. What I need to do, though, is take like some stream highlights and edit them together to put on my YouTube channel's trailer. Because on my channel, you can have like a trailer. I need to do that. I've never done that in the last 8 years. It's kind of fire. JoJo character. Oh, is it JoJo character? Okay. What are you talking about me? I kill you. Okay.
The spring was supposed to keep us together, not tear us apart.
A kitty. I cannot delay it any longer. I need to go to my father's apartment. Kitty. You bitches talking about me? Let me in there. Let me in there. I'm gonna watch your kids play. You think I'm creepy now? Wait till I watch your kids.
Why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other side.
Ah. Why did the chicken cross the playground?
Because he couldn't see that well.
Okay. Why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other slide. Also, why did the man fall in the well? Because he couldn't see that well. Those...
3, 4, knock on the door. 5, 6, picking up 6, 7, 8. Don't be late. 9, 10. Let's say it again.
Okay. Those are my kind of jokes.
I thought that when I moved to the spring, they would change my address. Guess not.
The second one wasn't bad. What's this say? Dorothea? Whoops. Informs that by the public motion, the prosecutor's office has opened an investigation regarding whereabouts of the witness in the past 2 weeks prior to hospital visit. Additionally, the prosecutor's office, until resolved the hearing, the witness, Dorothea, cannot leave the city for a period longer than 12 hours. Delivery of the prosecutor's office notice to the living address is understood by law as delivery to the person affected. So I'm being investigated for the disappearance of my son. In the hospital's registry, originally listed as Jane Doe, later has been established to be Dorothea. Missing person report and the corresponding documentation has been erased from the archives or merged with the existing named patient files. Hospital records regarding patient's state, such as admissions, x-ray of the cranium, arms, and torso, medication dosage for the head trauma, blood pressure, blood work, and blood panel results, psychiatrist referral have been merged. COVID is no joke. One patient was left so brain damaged he thought he won a presidential election by 7 million votes. Believe me, I won. I won, people. They stole it from me. We know that. It's true. Lots of people are saying this. Are you talking about that one? It's tremendous how they stole it from us. Is that an elevator? Hey. Fight the priesthood, not the faith. This guy's smoking while he's painting. Sounds like you need to quit smoking. Oh no! I'll get the next one, okay? All right. Have a good day. She's still there. She's still there. Huh? Huh? Damn it, I gotta go in, huh? Hello. How are you?
Why did you make me come back here?
Only here will you find what you need.
Tell me, how going through my father's stuff could help me find my son?
Your father believed in the blessed teachings more than you know. Belongings, yours and Gabriel's, are the key here. Find your father's journal.
And then what?
Accept that death can take different forms.
Okay. This looks really good on the floor reflection and stuff. Except it looks like the window's vibrating. She's gone.
Shouldn't come back here. Kid's gone. Father's gone. There's nothing left for you here.
That is my business, thank you.
Shut up, guy. What's this for? What the hell is that? Okay. Okay, I'm supposed to go that way. What's over here? I just want to look around. Okay, let's go. And I can't go up. Geez, there's lots of noises in there.
What's for dinner?
Is that puke or paint? Spare key to the apartment should be somewhere around here? What, like under the mat? You came here without a key? Oh, would you look at that? Wow. Reflection? No. What? Why is the door padded? Is it like sound deadening? It is fairly quiet in here.
Gabriel's room. I can't.
Look at this.
Maybe later.
Look at this window. So good. You hear about Tate? No. I saw Hassan had his title was about Tate. But I didn't get to listen to him today. I turned it on and then I couldn't listen to it. What happened? Did he get convicted? Who's in here?
He was a weird man. But I guess he loved his grandson in his own way.
Father's favorite brush, one of those made with Gabriel's hair? He didn't allow anyone else to cut them. He always said that a brush with a soul is more important than paint. Well, that's weird. He made the paintbrush from my son's hair? Look at all the detail in this place. It looks like I'm in a, almost a real apartment. What is this? Is that like a towel dryer? He's being charged with human trafficking? Ha ha, stupid. That's what we've all been waiting for. That's what he was doing. And he even admitted to it on his website like an idiot. Not guilty. Oh, he's been charged with it, but there hasn't been a trial yet. Well, he was charged with that before. That's why they arrested him, right? That's why they arrested him in the first place? I can't turn it over? Oh. Picture was taken long before Gabriel was born. Father took Mother and me to the seaside for a vacation. Happy times. I miss Mother so much. Everything would have been different if she was alive. He always used the liquor cabinet to hide his precious items. Nice rusty balcony. See, this looks really good. This is exactly what I was looking for when I was looking for demos. Suspicion was the first reason. So they arrested him on suspicion, and now he's actually charged with it. Whoops. Shit. A rare jazz concept album that Father bought. I didn't like it at first when I was a child, but the smooth saxophone and its calming notes grew on me. It helped me fall asleep during the bad days. It was the first album I ever bought as a kid. Something about the cover and the doubled letters enticed me. Funny, I never did listen to it in full. Something about its final tracks scared me to this day. Well, I wish I could leave that on. I got an email about copyright claim notification on Twitch. And then when I went to look at my copyrights on Twitch today, there was nothing there.
Mom's photo. Seems like you kept it after all, you old liar.
It's an old photograph of my mother when she was young. I barely remember her that way. Spring ablaze. Last Tuesday, the main compound of the Spring of Eternity caught on fire. As the rescue attempts continue through the night, more and more bodies were found in the ruins. A great tragedy has befallen our city as its more notable symbol was devoured by an inferno raging throughout the night. Nothing is known as to the cause of the fire at this time. No news is available at this moment as to what has happened to the prophet, or is he even alive. Many of the congregation's followers are now gathering near the compound to help with the rescue attempts. Few of the survivors were moved to a nearby hospital of St. Luke's. I hate this thing. The constant clicking, the smell of gasoline, and the always present scent of cigarettes. There were days when all we heard from his workshop was this damn clicking. At least we had some peace then. If not in the cabinet, then where? Maybe in his workshop. Whoops. Damn it.
A month has passed since the greatest tragedy of recent years. The fire of the headquarters of the Spring of Eternity, which took the lives of 20 people occupying key positions in the organization, including the most important one, the Prophet. All the faithful placed flowers and light candles in their windows, praying for the victims to pass on peacefully to the true kingdom.
It's 12:05. No reflection in this game. The thing is open. How long has it been sitting there? Rye? Well, good. Now I'm going to be drunk. That's weird. There was even a reflection on the bowl when I opened the fridge. What the hell is that? Alright, close the window. No? Gotta close it before we leave. He always had a spare key to his workshop hidden somewhere in the house. I feel like I searched the whole house. Uh-oh, we're going to Gabriel's room. My only hope was to complete the ritual. Chapter 2, In Between. There's no going back now. After finding your father's journal, you were able to perform an arcane ritual that opened a passage to the Eternal City. Your only choice is to enter this dark, twisted, and unfamiliar world to find any clues to Gabriel's whereabouts. The Eternal City? Water in the tub.
Oh,
my head and this damn
what
music.
Happened?
I can't think
Where
straight.
am I? What is this music?
What is that in the window? What the hell? Oh, it's a bird. There's spider webs on stuff.
Why is the doorknob gone? Dad?
Whoa. It's me, I think. Where's the doorknob? You only have one light on at a time. Wow. Help me. I can't get down there. I can't get up there either. Oh. It was the kid. He said, "Mommy, I'm here. Don't leave me." Locked? Knocking at this hour? This can't be good. Uh-oh. Look out the peephole. Oh, God. Are we leaving? I think we're leaving.
Gabriel?
Can it really be Gabriel?
Stop!
Guessing that doesn't work. Elevator went down. What the hell? Just throwing crap on the stairs.
Oh, I said no.
Is this the full game yet, or is it only the demo? I don't know that the game's out all the way. This is really good so far. What the hell? Something's dancing in front of the light.
Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife and wouldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well.
I'll check when I'm done with it. Definitely put it on my wish list. Oh, that looks like a little boy.
Why are you doing this to me?
Whoa. It's getting dark down here. A slingshot?
What monsters will you protect me from now?
Take this, it says.
Mommy, I'm here.
Where? How do I use the slingshot? I don't know how. I don't seem to have an inventory. Oh, not the basement. Ew, spider webs. I'm not going. Is that a light?
Anybody here?
I got a light, at least. Whoa, man. I'm getting chills down myself now. You know it's good when that happens. And then it just autosave before I go into the dark basement. Is there a light switch anywhere? Of course not. I don't want to go. Hold on. This is exactly what I was looking for in those demos. First person horror walking simulator. What the crap? This has a peephole in it. Are these like apartments still? Ooh. Oh, come on. The mask is your strength. I hope she was right. That was good. I like that. Very well done. I don't know if we're done or if we're going to have another part. I think we might have another part. Chapter 3, Unholy. He is trapped in the Eternal City. If so, I'll get him back. Guided by the stranger, you have reached the Eternal City, a grotesque society where everyone hides behind a mask. Somewhere in here, Gabriel is trapped. You need to find him before it is too late. Gabriel's left behind slingshot will prove to be more than just a memory when having to face opponents or overcome obstacles. Also, you have acquired a new ability. Your mask will now show you objects you can shoot at or interact with. Press V button to use the power of the servant mask. Is that me? I think that's me. Whoa. I can't believe I'm here. Where did something, Gabriel? One. Right mouse button. The slingshot. Oh, it's moving. Trump seemingly appeared to admit to taking classified documents on national TV interview. That's what we call a guilty conscience. Oh, he took them. He even was showing them to people like, look at this, but don't get too close because I'm not supposed to show it to you. It's classified. You should not see this. He even showed him to Kid Rock.
Every new believer had to wear that thing. But here, damn, cult's reach is unbelievable.
A necklace made of scrap metal. Its crude shape and whole design was to remind us of our status in the cult. The prophet used to say that all neophytes are like broken pieces of metal, discarded, waiting to be forged again by the fire of their faith. Such deep words. I found them so profound and wise a few months ago. Today when Gabriel, when my child has been taken from me, I feel those words empty. They ring in my head like a cheap brass bell in an empty dark room, insignificant. Man, the only thing that's missing from here is a refrigerator. We got bed, moldy bread, sink, mirror, toilet. Only one option, follow the tunnel and find the way to the surface. Recipient, His Excellency the Prophet. Destination Cathedral. Type of commodity, transport of children. Quantity 6. Additional comments. Despite our fiercest efforts, searching for healthy specimens becomes more difficult with each day. As the plague keeps cutting of districts of the city, not to mention the transportation difficulties we encounter with every departure, yet our faith is our venerable prophet is strong. We shall do as he wills it. There we go. I think I can use the blue crystal and my slingshot to deactivate this lock.
This crystal, it resonates with strong emotions?
New emotion found.
Fear and
shock.
Surprise?
Am I supposed to hit this? Alright, I think that was just in case I miss, it'll give me another one. But now that I've got it, whoa, what are you doing? Oh, I'm full? I guess I'm full on those. Yeah. Am I the only one who's disappointed in the way things work in this whole eternal city? Back in the spring of eternity, they told us it's some kind of promised land, but this shithole is nothing like it. Maybe other faiths got it better, or maybe life after death is just hell no matter what you believe in. What was that?
You don't need it anymore.
Door code 55 3535. Some kind of code sequence. Strange. It might be important. 3535. This, I don't remember. What's this game called? Unholy. Now I can unlock the gate and keep moving. This place something. Unholy. It started out all nice and pretty, and then it got scary, and now it's weird. It put us in 3 different sections of the game to try it out. And so far, I like it. I'm gonna put it on my wish list. Oh, good. I get shocked when I get it wrong. Whoa, look at that. Okay. How do I read this door code? So apparently my son went missing, and then I did some kind of ritual that brought me to the Eternal City, which is where I am now. It's upside down? Or top, middle, middle, bottom. It might be top, middle, middle, bottom. But the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom is on the top on that. So I wonder if it's upside down. Top, middle, middle, bottom. Okay. We got it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Some, like, the environment reminds me a little bit of Scorn, though not exactly, because there's like subways and stuff. Gate is broken. Service doors are the only option now. Ah. Oh, I need to hurry up before I lose track of Mother. Okay. Oh, now I got the V thing. Shows me stuff. Can I shoot that light?
As you know, the plague is upon our city. Those who know me know of the sacrifices I made for the people. And just as my son, the prophet, we must obey our teachings and renounce that which holds us back. Let our pain be our immolation. Let fire be where we find solace. Let the cleansing begin.
Mother Superior, the sacred sadist.
She'll burn all those people. I need to get to her and make her stop. Might do an Exel playthrough? Or Elix? I never played that. Avoid disabling them?
Thou shalt not fear.
Oh! You've reached your end. Can I get through this part? That's the first enemy I've encountered. So I can disable this one if I can hit the other side of it. Right there.
Mother Superior, the sacred sadist.
Oh, what? I can't shoot through that?
To reach beyond time and space, beyond life and death, to cross the threshold of the city that lasts throughout eternity.
Put on the servant's mask? Alright, that's for hiding. Hip flask? Memento found. Hip flask. Stepping on broken glass will alert guards.
Want to reach beyond time and space, beyond life and death, to cross the threshold of the city that lasts throughout eternity.
I'm clean! I'm faithful! Why does it matter?
There's some glass right there.
I subject myself to this prey. What's that?
You don't see me.
Leave the flames high enough, every citizen to see. Let me check it out. Who's there? Yeah.
Shit! Shit! Run! Run! I can't run!
Thou shalt not fail him.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get in! Get in! I can't open it! Whoa, what? Uh-oh.
It's over for now. I return to my post.
Why is my mask red now?
You shall perish.
I wonder why my mask is red now. I'm so confused. Or is it because they're burning? They're burning people.
You're mine now.
Make sure to search all the unworthy, take everything they have. I know a trade master who will reward us a suitable fashion. He especially likes kitty stuff, toys, books, you know, and check their pockets for crystals too. I'm already full. Haha, stupid. Don't think the ringing was from you? I don't know. I don't know that I heard it. New emotion found, sadness. Attention, make sure that the pressure in all three valves does not reach beyond safe limits. When operating, keep careful. Watch over the gauge, otherwise the whole furnace will combust and explode. Okay, so I need to overload the furnace. Engagement ring? Whoops, I keep pressing the wrong button to read it. Alright, I probably need to do that to open this. Where'd my sound go? My sound effects are gone. That's weird. Really? to go off the walls and make the interacting button something dumb. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is my game broken? What happened? Oh no! I can't do anything. F10 for the interaction button. Uh-oh, I think my game is broken. Ah, damn it. Anyway, that was cool. We'll just give up on it, I guess. I still have the sound. Alright, I'm gonna put this on my wish list. Release date July 20th, so a month from now. I'm still getting the sound. What is happening? What if I uninstall it? Fail to uninstall. The app is running? That was weird. Alright, what's the next one I got? Oh, the next one I got is called This Bed We Made. Let me add it to my title here. Yeah, I had to close it from the task manager. Alright, we'll try this one out real quick. Borderless. Video quality ultra. Keep seeing action movies with Tom Cruise, and every time I'm like, ooh, new Jack Reacher finally, but nope, it's just a new Mission Impossible. I don't even know how many of those there are anymore. Beth is a worldly woman who brings a keen sense of street smarts to her job at the Clarington. It's no surprise that her beauty and boldness attract the eyes of people of all genders. A gaze she's willing to return only for the right person. Andrew. Insightful, well-read, and down-to-earth, Andrew's a worthwhile friend to the few who manage to catch his interest. He might spend most of his time buried in a book, but for the right person, he's more than willing to share the fruits of his knowledge. A burglar in Vancouver, Canada, broke into a bakery, had a snack, and cleaned up the mess he made and apologized to the owner. See, American citizens, that's how it's done. Beth has been the hotel's receptionist for as long as I can remember. In fact, it's because he's Canadian. He's like, oh, sorry there, eh? Let me clean up my mess. Oh, sorry about your window. In fact, hers was the first face that welcomed me when I took my first step inside the Clarington. She knows this place like the back of her hand. Beth can be fiery, which doesn't win her much love from Bernard, but most guests adore her for her magnetic personality, and that's something. Bernard can plainly see she's tough as nails and stays on top of everything, making her perfect for the job. We don't get the chance to chat as often as I'd like, but when we do, it's always a blast. I only wish I had even half of her wit so I could entertain her as much as she entertains me. Lost and Found continued. I felt bad bugging Beth while she was in the middle of an important phone call, but like always, she came through. The logbook says Mr. Spade's in room 505I. 505. I was just in the middle of taking care of the 5th floor before my break. I can return to film, roll, and get right back to my schedule. In America, they break in, threaten our lives. We shoot them, and they sue us. Or they shoot us. Oh, progress. Oh, lost and found. While cleaning up the mess in the lobby, I found a roll of film on the ground. I guess whoever knocked over the vase must have dropped it. With Beth's help, maybe I can figure out who it belongs to and return it to their room. We usually keep lost items at the front desk, but bringing it back myself would only take a few minutes out of my day and might put me a few steps closer to Employee of the Month. Okay. I'm not going to read all these right now. There's also clues, which we can't get to yet. Or we shoot them regardless of it being... People just shoot them no matter what. And speaking of... I feel like I had something, but I don't. If you'd like to support the channel, avoid the ads, and you'd also be welcome to join my private Satisfactory server and come play with us tomorrow. You can subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Or if you're lucky, maybe you can get gifted a sub. I'm going to run a 3-minute ad break because that will shut off pre-rolls for another hour. Okay, let's see what this is all about. What's
Off
Q?
to room 505. I'm sure Mr. Spade will be happy to get his film roll back.
Room 505. 506. 504. 506. Wait, what was this one? Oh, that's 505. Okay.
Mr. Spade?
Oh.
Mr. Spade?
Nice carpet. So this takes place in the 1950s. Is a dark room in the hotel? Oh, they're pictures of her. Get out of there. Tampering with objects may lead to positive or negative consequences.
What is this?
Clean? I'm not cleaning his room. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. What can I do for you on this very fine day?
I need Andrew's help.
Beth, it's Sophie. Can I speak to Andrew, please?
Yeah. Hold on. Andrew? Andrew?
I'm here. Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey, are you okay?
Hey, Sophie. Yeah, it's just... my trip to the 6th floor took longer than expected.
Oh, I'm sorry to add to your plate, but I really need your help.
Sure. What's up?
I think Mr. Spade's stalking me while I work.
Mr. Spade? Why would he...
I found a dark
I don't
room.
know. He took pictures of me. I found them hanging over the bathtub. He set up a kind of dark room.
Jesus. What are you doing in them exactly?
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but sometimes when I clean the rooms, I get a little curious and, you know, snoop through our guest stuff.
Oh. And Mr. Spade caught you in the act?
Yes. I think we should call the police.
Whoa, slow down a minute.
But...
Sophie, there are pictures of you invading our guests' privacy.
But I didn't steal anything. I was just snooping, I swear.
I believe you.
Get out of there. What are you
Others
doing?
might not. With those pictures, it could really blow up in your face if a guest were to complain about missing items.
What if Mr. Spade is dangerous, so I do nothing? I could throw the pictures out.
But shouldn't I warn someone? What if that man's dangerous?
I understand, but what if he's not? What if he's just making some experimental art?
You think this looks like an artistic experiment?
All I'm saying is, it could mean anything. Blowing the whistle on him could stir up a lot of trouble for nothing. It'd be smarter to dig a little first, just to be sure.
There's a safe here.
Well, I didn't look through the entire room, but there is a safe here.
It would make sense for him to store his most valued possessions in there.
Do you have the safe combination then? I'm pretty sure it's locked.
Maybe I can... Give me a sec. Shoot.
What?
Bad news is, I can't find the combination list. Good news is, we can probably do without it. Most guests write their code down to make sure they don't forget it. So, say you wanted to look for it, I could keep an eye out and call you if I see our mysterious photographer return.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, and Andrew?
Yes?
Please keep this between us.
Of course. Don't worry about that.
Search the room for clues. Robert Downey Jr. is overhauling his classic car collection and making them electric. Good idea since California wants to go all electric by 2032. Yeah, but cars before 2032 won't have to be electric.
No combination, no entry.
Any clues you pick up will be in Sophie's journal. 99th Infantry Division, Belgium, 1944. Hold and move to make the bed. I don't want him to know I was in here.
Locked. There has to be a key somewhere.
Inspect.
pawning off your possessions? What do you need the money for?
French to English. I don't want to get caught. Oh no. He also cares a lot about the environment. I mean, they're his cars, he gets...
That's rough. How are you supposed to support yourself when no one will give you a job or a place to live?
He can make them like that if he wants to, he just doesn't have to. Dear Mr. Morgan, I understand your situation and I'm sorry that you had to spend so many years in the hospital. However, this does not change the fact that you don't have the qualifications for the job. And even if you did, I could not hire someone in your situation. Other staff members simply would not feel safe around you. I would ask you not to contact me anymore. 2035.
I'd forget my own head if I didn't write everything down.
Don't forget to
I
buy
guess we
more
have that in
film.
common.
505, that's the room key. Uh-oh. Is it snowing? Make it some kind of tax break? Yeah, maybe, but it's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost so much just to do one.
Beaver Lake. I took Mom skating there just a few weeks ago.
Special occasion, wedding, funeral?
I just visited the oratory for the first time in years. This has to be a coincidence, right? This was the sale where I found that winter jacket that Mom loves. Were you Harry's diner, too? Were we ever there at the same time?
Looks like he is investigating her or something.
Something tells me you won't be missing this. One man's trash is another maid's trash. Is this a floor of the Clarington?
Housekeeping 10 to 4, room service nightly, lobby hours.
Morgan. Is that your real name?
Mr.
Why
Morgan.
did you check in under Mr. Spade?
You have to stop writing to this address. Lindsay died 2 years ago. I do not know what happened between the two of you. Please let us grieve in peace. Lindsay Franklin. Keep hearing walking
What do we have here?
in the hallway. I found the key. I don't really care for loud engines. They can be annoying when on the phone. They can be annoying when they're too loud. Paul 42.
You spent 10 years in a psychiatric hospital. And it looks like you left with a long list of diagnoses and prescriptions.
Discharge diagnoses, anxiety, neurosis, character disorder, chronic insomnia, short-term memory loss, hospital course, patient initially admitted for nervous breakdown, patient displayed erratic behavior and mood swings, occasionally aggressive, patient non-responsive to shock treatment, Neither insulin nor electric. Patient condition improved after new medication. Medication meprobamate 400 something something. Okay, so I don't know if that was worth it. Close. Lock. Can I relock it? Can I put the key back? Yeah.
The storm must be getting worse. I hope Mom's not too bored without her TV shows.
Do not forget to take your pills. There's the Bible. What is that? Oh, what's that?
Request to move to 507. Why did you want to change rooms?
The room in question is currently occupied. Lindsay's address. Why did he want to change rooms? Uh-oh, I found something.
Oh.
And they were roommates. Oh, there's something in it. In the top. Why can't I look at the top?
I think I can put together the code now. Let's try the safe.
What? Why? Safe code. Sounds like half of America. Lindsay's address, Infantry Division, year of hospital discharge. Okay. Lindsay's address.
Request to move to 507. Why did you want to change rooms?
Lindsay's address. $34. $34.99. Hospital discharge. $34.99. 57.
Did you intend for me to discover your little dark room? Or did this just fall down?
34. $99. 57. Oh, look at that. Oh, the letter about the patient? Yeah. Patient discharge. Thank you so much for trying our demo. If you enjoyed it, please wishlist our game. Oh, that was cool. I like this one. Alright, well, I meant to put that on my wish list. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. This bed we made. Release 2023. Alright. So we'll uninstall that one. I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I still got 14 demos. This is the new Kingdom. Kingdom 80s. So I'm gonna have to play this one probably Thursday. You know me, I love Kingdom. This is kind of weird though. I don't know, man. It's really weird. I'm gonna have to try it, of course, but it's so strange. I mean, I still got the same enemies? It's... Summer of Greed. I'm gonna have to try it. And I've been wanting to play some Kingdom on stream for a while. And this one... It's the new one, so I have to give it a try, but it's so weird. It looks like it works the same, but do you have 3 people? Is it multiplayer? They need story-motivated multiplayer horror games? Doesn't fit the fantasy narrative that the other kingdoms have? No. It's basically just kind of like a skin. It probably has some new features. But they have Kingdom. They have the multiplayer one. They have the Viking one. A more horror one, like a Halloween one, and they have Shogun. So they've already got 5 different. Yeah, it's definitely weird. I'm definitely gonna try it though. Some of these didn't look so great, like this Dire Expedition one. I think the next ones, let me see. Presence, leak. Yeah, the next 2 I have in line are this one. Which is either going to be good or not. I don't know. I haven't decided. And then this one.
I never thought that the events.
Oh, this isn't the gameplay
so
one.
Far in the past.
This one? There was a gun, a step stool, a pregnancy test. Her heart was torn to pieces because her brother Gemini had left. I don't know. So those were the next 2 that I had when I was making my list of ones I wanted to try tonight. And we're out of time. Viewpoint, I got Viewpoint. It's right, or Viewfinder, right here. So these escape room ones, if you guys, I got House Flipper 2 also, which I really want to do. If you guys want to play escape room with me, here is Escape from, you know what? I wonder if they're multiplayer in the demo. I guess I don't know that. Single player. This one's single player. So that one's no good. I got Dungeon Renovator Simulator. Let's look at the live gameplay here.
We need to clean every...
You gotta clean it all up.
Place up. And we don't need to...
Oh, Waterfall Prisoner. Okay, I don't think this one's multiplayer either. No, this is single player too. So this is a puzzle escape room game also. Which, man, I wish I... I wish I had time to play these this weekend, but I'm gonna be gone. I can't believe Next Fest happened the same time. I'm like the only weekend I'm gonna be gone. So tomorrow, Satisfactory. And I'll try to get started like I normally do early on Wednesday, 7:30. If it doesn't happen, it's fine because I don't have to work Thursday. So we could go late on Satisfactory on Wednesday if we wanted to. Thursday, maybe not too late because I'm going to try to sleep and then get up Thursday morning. And I don't know exactly what's going to go on, who's going to be here, but I'm going to try to stream midday Thursday. And I think Laura has to work. I don't remember. I forgot to ask her today. But if she has to go to work, I might be home by myself all day. So if I'm home by myself all day, I'll see if I can burn through some of these demos and stuff. Tomorrow I don't know what I'm doing. Well, tomorrow will be regular stream time after work. And then Thursday, as far as I know, I'm just going to be home all day, so I'm going to try to burn through some of these demos. And Friday, there will be no stream because I'll be leaving probably midday sometime. No stream Saturday, no stream Sunday. But Monday night, I should be back Monday midday sometime. So Monday night, I'll be back. And then Tuesday, I don't have to work, so I'll probably stream most of the day Tuesday. But not at night on Tuesday because I will have to go back to work on Wednesday. We get the car back, so it's hard to say. So that's the game plan for me. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna head to bed here. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, and checking out these demos. I mean, every time I do these, I find some that I like. So I put 2 of them on my wish list out of these. And the last couple times I've put at least 2 on my wish list. So I'm waiting for these to come out. Okay, do this by date added. Yeah, so I got these 2. Oh, this was one from that I saw in the Next Fest. It just looked really weird, but there was no demo. This one also. Haunted House Renovator. Pacific Drive. This is the one where you're driving the car and you have to scavenge parts off other cars while evading the enemies. The Hidden Room Pyramid. I don't remember what that one is. Repella Fella. Gray Hill Incident. Where are the ones from last time? I got so many good games on here that I'm waiting to come out. Oh, one of the devs from Coffee Stain, I was listening to their stream today for Satisfactory, and one of the devs said that one of his friends made this Blue June one that we played a demo for that was really good. So that one was awesome. It's like a side scroller, but it got pretty horror scary. I can't remember. Oh, here we go. Akai, that one was okay. Ludo, that one was okay. That's from last Next Fest. There was another one. What was the other one? Oh no, did I not put it on? Dead Letter, that was from the last Next Fest. Escape First. This is the escape room where we're playing multiplayer against each other, trying to escape first. Crap, where's the other one I'm looking for? Okay. Oh, the typing dead. Wait. Let me make sure this is on my wish list because I don't see it. And I didn't get it this time because I've played it before. Lunacy, that one. Okay, so it is on my wish list. July 27th. So it seems like a lot of these are coming out. Let's switch to release date. Coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. Coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming. Oh. Some of these I don't even remember what they are. Coming soon. So many. More coming soons. Here we go. You guys heard anything about the new Amnesia? I played the demo for it, but I haven't heard anything about it. People liking it? So ready for Dune Awakening? I think that's on here. There's 170 or 271 games on my wish list. Need to convince Malik to play Killing Floor 2. I don't have that, I don't think. Or do I have it on Epic?
Welcome to the Horzine Biotech Underwater Research Facility. Innovation.
Let's look. I do have it.
In the deep. Explore the benefits of cloning research. Feel at ease with our risk-free containment systems. Witness.
Is this like a horde one where they're just coming at you and you gotta kill them all? Kind of like Left 4 Dead? Or... yeah.
It's the latest in defensive weaponry and autonomous technology. Join us in testing the limits of the possible. Horzine Biotech, shaping our future.
Yeah, I'd play that with you guys since I have it. I wonder if he has it. You gotta keep up on your free Epic games. Whoops. I got these already. I think I have this one. Yeah, I do. Hunter Call of the Wild. This is multiplayer. See, I think this would be a lot of fun to play multiplayer. Go hunting.
G'day, and
G'day.
welcome to the east coast
More
of
arcadey than Left 4
Or
Dead.
as I like to call it,
No More
heaven
Room in
on
Hell. He loves No More Room in Hell. People claim unfamiliar faces
This
in your
region
dreams
hosts
are
plenty of
faces of
beautiful
ghosts because
wildlife,
unfamiliar faces don't appear in
uniquely adapted
dreams.
to our ecosystem,
Dreams are visions of other
including some
realities.
species you just can't find anywhere else.
This would be fun to
Here
go
on
hunt.
the Emerald Coast, you're likely to see all
Like
kinds
you're
of wildlife.
likely R&R. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go and get some sleep so that I can work tomorrow, and then I can come back and we can play the crap out of Satisfactory, and then Thursday I can play a whole bunch of demos. I only got 14 left. Yeah, Call the Hunter Call of the Wild, that's multiplayer. Yeah. So thanks so much for coming to hang out with me, everybody. I really do appreciate you guys being here. If you enjoyed the stream and you haven't already, make sure you follow. Turn on notifications, and if you haven't already, wait, I said that already. And if you'd like to avoid the ads, support the channel, and you'd also be welcome to join my private Satisfactory server and play with us tomorrow, Wednesday. You can subscribe for $5 or for free with Twitch Prime. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow on the Satisfactory server. And really, we have to do we have to set up the nuclear pasta, and then we have the other 3 set up already. We got to set up the nuclear pasta, and we have to send all of them to the space elevator, and that's the end of the game. But we have to make like 4,000 of 2 of them and 1,000 of the other 2. So we got to keep stuff coming in to build those. So since we're so close to the end of the game, but we're not actually that close, as close as it seems, but we need to finish it because sometime in August, maybe in August, I think definitely in September, Update 8 is going to drop for early access, which means it'll be on the server. So I want to try to line it up as close as possible to Update 8 coming out, to finishing on the server, so that we can wipe the server and start fresh with Update 8. And then you guys like Dishonest and Malik, who kind of just came into it and don't know a whole lot about it. Even Zaylin, I don't know if you've played it from the beginning much. But anyway, anybody who's newer to the game will be able to start from the beginning and learn how it works instead of jumping in at the end game and trying to figure what the hell's going on. So, all right, guys, have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow on Satisfactory server. Later, guys.